We're doing a deep dive on Richard Thompson's great tune, There's the Man, Richard Thompson. We're doing the song, I Want to See the Bright Lights Tonight. And we are joined by special guest Michael Jerome, Richard Thompson's longtime bandmate. Looking forward to chatting with Michael about the song, the band, music, all those things at the end. Yeah, I'll just kind of play it for a bit, and then we'll see where that takes us.
Tired of working every day. Now the weekend's come, I'm gonna throw my troubles away. If you got the cat film, mister, you'll do alright. I want to see the bright lights tonight. There's crazy people running all over town. There's a silver band just marching up and down. The white boys are all spoiling for a fight. I want to see the bright lights tonight. Meet me at the station, don't be late. I need to spend some money and it just won't wait. Take me to the dance and see the bright lights tonight.
All right. Let's get into it. Okay, so whiteboard time. Let's go to the whiteboard. Before I even do that, it dawned on me maybe I should just have a screenshot of the tab. Okay, so there's the chord chart. I'll talk about it or just get a look at it, and then we'll analyze it right here with this iPad. Okay, so nothing too hard. I think one of the great parts about a lot of Richard Thompson's music is that the chords pretty playable, because he's a big fan of, like, you know, folk music, and so you're just seeing G, F, C, D, and A minor down there. But for the most part, it's like then sky's the limit. You can do whatever you want over those, but you've got a very playable level 1, G, F, C. But now let's talk about what that is, what key it's in, and how those chords relate to each other. Okay. So let's just talk about the key of G. That's the one we're doing it in. So let's get a little practice there. See where that leads us. What epiphanies we stumble upon. Whole, whole, half. Whole, 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 half. Again, if this is new to you, there's a video in the Patreon called Music Theory 101, all about the major scale. I'm a big believer that's kind of where it all starts. So G, whole step to A, whole step to B, half step to C, whole step to D, whole step to E, whole step to F sharp, and a nice half step back to G. Now maybe let's also take a minute and put all the notes in the chord. So remember, we stack every other note. Takes 3 notes to make a chord. So G, B, D. See how that's every other note? A, C, E, B, D, F sharp, C, E, G, D, F sharp, A, E, G, B, F sharp, A, C. Nope, there's no C sharp. Getting ahead of myself. I'm already thinking about alterations. G, B, D. So the first chord is major, just by the nature of how it's laid out. Again, review that video if that doesn't resonate. The 2 chords minor, so we do a lowercase 2, 3 chords minor, lowercase 3, 4 chord, 5 chord uppercase, 6 chords minor, 7 is minor diminished, indicated like that. So there we go. We're going to see a lot of the 1 chord, the 4 chord, and the 5 chord. Check out the 2 chord, A minor, A, C, E. I'd want to know the notes in that chord. So much of guitar soloing or soloing in general is just knowing what notes are in the chord that you are in and the one you are headed to. And then the last thing, let's talk about one of the hot topics, that flat 7 chord. So the 7 in G, I don't like the way I did that, all backwards. Key of G, the 7 is, I don't like the way I did any of this. We're just going to go 7 equals F sharp. There we go. Simple. You guessed it, flat 7 equals F. We flat that one. We just get rid of that little sharp. Now what does that do? Instead of having this gnarly F sharp AC, which is a minor diminished chord, it gives us F AC, which is a nice major chord. It's an F major, and if you know your scales, you know that F is the 4 of C. So now, check out the first line of the song. 1 is G, F is flat 7, C is 4. But check out how that F, that flat 7 chord, you see it in rock and roll, it's in like Bob Seger. G to C is ultimately what's happening, 1 to 4, very common. You just put in that little rock and roll chord. The F is the 4 of C. And keep in mind, 4 to 1 is a type of resolve. So right there, you're getting that feeling of 1. I don't know why I'm doing Bob Seger. We'll do Richard Thompson rhythm. So 1. So I'm going 1. How did I do this? Oh yeah, I should also explain the tab. I wanted to give you guys some space so you had time to read. However, I like to think of the snare drum on 2 and 4. This will be an interesting topic. We can talk to Michael about this. Normally I like to write charts where the 2 and the 4 are the snare. However, to make it work like this on the paper, because I like the way it looked, meaning I didn't have to go, if you look at that turnaround line, the hook, otherwise I'd have to put G on the first beat, D on the second beat, C on the third beat, and D on the fourth beat, and that would be very crowded. So I wrote it like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So notice I'm putting the backbeat on 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Half time. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's that turnaround. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Now, let's theorize for a second there while we got it. G is the 1, F is the flat 7, sets up return to the 4, C. Next line, D is the 5. Maybe I should talk about the notes. G, G, B, D, F, F, A, C, 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 E, G. Now we get to that second line. D is made of D, F sharp, and A. So you have to know when to deploy your F natural and when to deploy your F sharps. D is D, F sharp, and A. That's the 5 chord. Back to the G. That's the 1. Does the same thing again on the third line. G is 1, F is flat 7, C is the 4, G is the 1. Turn around. 1, 5, 4, 5, 1. Now I'll tell you right now, if I was learning this song for a gig and I was like, the singer might want to do this in any key, the main things I'm thinking are like, first let's master the turnaround. That's a big part of the song. That's like the moment where you really don't want to slip up. And you have the least amount of room for error because those chords move quicker. So 1, 5, 4, 5, 1. Notice it starts on 1 and it ends on 1. That's one way I'm thinking about it. And then the 4 is just sandwiched between, or the 4 is sandwiched between the 5s. 1, 5, 4, 5, 1. Symmetrical. Then the next section, I just call the B section, goes to the 4. Don't be late. D is the 5. A minor, minor 2. Little walk down on C. Could do that. A minor. And then you'll notice the line on the tab just says to the turnaround. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. So there's your analysis and your level 1 way of doing it, straight chords. And I will say, just a couple, normally I jump kind of right into like some lead stuff or something, but I just want to say, first just get your rhythm feeling good. There's lots to work on there, which is you could go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. That's just hitting each one time. I think with this song, even when I go 16th notes, I'm still going downstroke. So right now let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, quarter, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3. I lied because I'm counting it kind of half-timey. Eighth notes. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and... But I personally really like the downstroke. You can hear it would not sound as urgent or rocking if it was like... Not as urgent as... So see right here? Downstrokes, nice and urgent. So get a good feel for the song just like that. Let me organize my thoughts here. Okay, that means it's time to go to this. This is literally me organizing my thoughts. Okay, so we talked about that flat 7 chord, just knowing that it's a whole step lower than the 1 and it sets up the 4. Okay? If you want one more thing to think about it, it's the 4 of 4. F is the 4 of C, which is the 4 of G, which is the key we're in. Then let's talk about that Celtic pentatonic scale. Okay, it sounds like this. Let me actually put on like a drone so you can kind of hear some... Actually, I'll just drone myself. We're in G, so I've got this open G. So here's what it sounds like. See how it has that sound? There's no B in there. There's no major third. So what I'm doing is, I don't fully know the theory behind this one. I just sort of stumbled upon it and I was like, that sounds like Richard Thompson. So whenever I have a chance, I kind of get into that mode. So let's talk about that. What it is you're going to play that F, that flat 7 to 1. So first let's get that F to G. Now we're at the 1, G. The next note in the scale is A. Remember, we're going to skip the third. We're not going to go to B. We're going to go all the way to C. D is good. And F. And G. So the scale is G, A, C, D, F. G, A, C, D, F. Check it out. G, A, open. All the way to C. D, open. F, G, open, A, C, D, F, G. Check it out. No, I threw the third in. I think I do need the drone just so I can stop worrying about trying to cover the bass. Let's see, G drone. Thank you for your patience. Okay, here's that scale. Ooh, I didn't like that. I hit a wrong note. Okay, let's make some sense of that. That's what the scale sounds like. So over this tune. See, it sounds good. It sounds good in there. Hey, Josh from Broadcast Guitar here. Hope you've been digging these videos. This is just the tip of the iceberg. If you'd like to access the full-length lessons, get the handwritten tabs, or better yet, participate in my live weekly classes, Q&A sessions, and special guest interviews, head on over to Broadcast Guitar's Patreon and start your free trial today. I look forward to working on some music with you.